Hi, welcome to my channel Ruby Net Crochet Tejido. In this video I'm going to teach you how to knit this beautiful fern lace. It's very easy to do. I hope you guys like it and give it a try, and here is the list of material you're going to need to make it. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe and click on the little bell, that way you get notification each time I upload a video. Remember, I make my videos in Spanish and English. If you receive a Spanish video and you want to see in English, go to the main page of my YouTube channel, then you will find the English version. To make this fern lace, I'm going to use this leftover yarn from Loops and Thread, Impeccable, medium 4, 100% acrylic. The color is soft rose and they usually have 128 grams. This is leftover. The netting needle are this Chiagu 4.5 millimeter. In the description box below is the link where I bought them. You're gonna need a row counter. If you don't have one of these or nothing to count the row, you can use a piece of paper and pen or a pencil. And I'm gonna use this marker to mark my border stitches. This motif can be done in 4 different ways. You can do it top down flat, top down in the round, or bottom up flat, or bottom up in the round. I'm gonna start with the top down flat. Just in case you're making a sweater and you're working from the top down and you want to do this beautiful motif in the center, or you are working a bottom up sweater, you can do the same. Or if you're working a sweater in the round, either top down or bottom up, you can make this beautiful design. You can do this for the entire piece, or you can do just one in the center. It's a 21 stitch repetition plus 2 plus some background stitches. So if you want more motif, you will do 21, 21, 21 plus 2 plus the background stitches. For me, I'm just gonna do one motif. 21 stitches plus 2 is 23 plus 5 background stitches on each side, and total of 33 stitches that I'm gonna cast on. I'm gonna leave it tail long enough to cast on my 33 stitches. I'm gonna do a slip knot. And let me show you a little bit more close how I do my slip knot. This is the working yarn, this is the tail. I'm gonna wrap in my finger, pass my needle, pull that loop, and you pull the 2 strands, and that's it, slip stitch. So what I do is with my other needle, I place it here, that way you don't hear that noise. And you're gonna start casting on your stitches. And remember, if you want to do more motif, you have to add 21, 21, 21. Since I'm doing just one for the center, it's really easy, 33 stitches. So once I have my 33 stitches, I will meet you here. Once you finish casting on your stitches, you're going to do 2 rows. 1 row of purl and come back with a row of net. That way in the right side of the piece there will be 2 rows of pearls for the border. I finished those 2 rows, and I don't count those 2 rows, those are extra, just for the border. And now we're gonna start using this marker to mark the border stitches. In my 5 border stitches, there will always be net in the right side and net in the wrong side. So I'm gonna net 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and I'm gonna place my first marker. Now we're gonna net 1, and remember we did 21 plus 2, so one of these 1 is one of those 2, so you're gonna net 1, and after you net that one, you will open an asterisk or a star for a repetition if you're making more than one motif. You don't count this one, you'll start from 5 net that we're gonna do now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 net. Now we have to net 2 together. Ahora nos toca hacer 2 puntos juntos del derecho. Vienen aquí y cogen estos 2 puntos y lo hacen junto del derecho. Now we have to net. Now we have to net 2 together. So those 2, you're gonna net together. Now we have to do 3 net, yarn over 1 net, yarn over 3 net. So you're gonna do 3 net, 1, 2, and 3, yarn over 1 net. Since the next stitch is a net, you only have to bring the yarn to the front and net the next stitch from the front, creating the yarn over on top of your needle. And now yarn over, net 3, yarn to the front and net 3, creating the yarn over on top of your needle. 1, 2, and 3 net. Now we have to SSK. If you don't see the video where I show you how to SSK, that's a slip, knit 2 together. I'm gonna leave a link here. You're gonna see an eye, you click on the eye and I will bring you to the video. So you're gonna slip 1 stitch knitwise, you're gonna slip the next one, so it's SS, that means slip, you have to slip 2. Now according to the way to do the stitch, you have to slip those stitches back to the left hand needle and then with the right hand needle net those 2 stitches through the back strand. So what I do to avoid all that, I just with the left hand needle I pass to the front strand of both and you're ready to work. It's exactly the same thing. And you're gonna knit those 2 stitches together. Now you're gonna knit 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you're doing more repetition and then you go back again here where you start with the 5 stitches, so you'll do 5 net, net 2 together, net 3, yarn over net 1, yarn over net 3, SSK, and net 5, and so on. You'll repeat that over and over as many repetitions you're doing, and then you will do your net, that's the extra stitch of the 2 that you did, and then you will place the marker, or I place the marker, I don't know you're doing this, and then you'll have your 5 border stitches or the amount of stitches that you have for your border, and for me it will be 5 net stitches. I finished row 1 and I marked that row 1. Now we're gonna work on our border stitches and they always will be net. The good thing about this stitch or motif That is only 6 row repetition. 2, 3, 4, and my 5 border stitch. So you're gonna pass the marker. Now we're gonna work in our stitches. Now you're going to jar to the front, and you're gonna purl 1. And now you open the repetition. That is only if you're making more than one motif from here on. So you're gonna purl 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we have to SSP. If you don't see in the video where I explain that stitch, I'm gonna leave a link. You're gonna see in the eye. You click on the eye and it'll bring you that to. It's a very short video. I explain there a little bit more. So it's a slip, slip, purl, 2 together. So you're gonna leave the strand in the front as to purl, but you're gonna slip as to net. Slip 1 and slip 2. You're gonna place those stitches back to your left hand needle. For this one you have to do that. Place them back. Because now you're gonna purl these 2 together through the back strand, but first you're gonna pass it through the second one because you want those stitches to lean to the left. So I place my thumb in here, that way they don't fall off. I pass through the first one, right through the second one, and you purl those 2 together. I think I passed it through a wrong strand. Don't you hate when the stitch, the yarn split? So you're gonna purl those 2. And it's more intimidating seeing it than doing it. Once you do one, you'll find it very easy to do. Now you're gonna purl 3. 1, 2, and 3. Now you have to yarn over and purl 3. Since the next stitches are purl, the yarn over is different than when you have to knit. So for the purl yarn over, you just wrap around your needle and bring it to the front. You see? You are here, you wrap around the needle, and you just bring it to the front. Now you're gonna purl 3. 1, 2, and 3. Again, yarn over, purl 3. Yarn over again, and purl 3. 1, 2, and 3. Now you're gonna purl 2 together. So the next 2 stitches you're gonna do together in the purl stitch. And after that, you're gonna purl 4. And if you're doing more motif, you start all over again from the 4 stitches that you did on the beginning. And if you don't do any more motif like me, you will purl the last one. You will pass the marker and do your border stitches. I finished row 2. I marked that I finished. Now for 3, again, you're going to do your 5 border stitches. And for me are net. So depending on what you're doing, you will do yours. You pass the marker and then you will net the first stitch. And if you're doing more repetition, you open your repetition from here. You will do now you have to net 3. 1, 2, and 3. Net 2 together. You're going to knit these 2 together, and you're going to knit 3. 1, 2, and 3. Now you're going to yarn over and net 5. Yarn to the front for the yarn over, net 5. And you see you're creating the yarn over top of the needle. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yarn over, net 3. Yarn to the front for the yarn over and net 3. 1, 2, and 3. Now you're gonna SSK, so you're gonna slip knitwise 1 and the next one, and with the left hand needle, like I do, I come to these 2 strands in the front, leaving already the needle in the back, and knit those 2 together. And like that, you just SSK. Now you're gonna knit 3. 1, 2, and 3. If you're making more repetition, you start all over again. If not, you knit the last one. You're gonna pass the marker and knit the rest. Fine knit. Pass the marker, and the first one is a purl. Now you're gonna purl 2. And now you're gonna SSB. So you're gonna slip the stitch as to knit, slip the next one as to knit, place them back to your needle, and from the back to the front you're gonna purl those 2 stitches together, and now you're gonna purl 3, two, and 3. Now yarn over, purl 7. Since we had to purl after, you're gonna do the yarn over by wrapping around the needle, bring it to the front, and purl 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yarn over, purl 3. So yarn over, purl 3. 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna purl 2 together. You're gonna purl 2, and if you're making more repetition, you start all over again. If not, you just purl this one, pass the marker, and knit 5. Five border stitches, and we only have 2 more rows left, this one and one on the way back, and then you'll start with repetition row 1 again. 4 and 5. You're gonna pass the marker and you're gonna knit the first stitch. Now you're gonna knit 1, you're gonna knit 2 together, and knit 3. 1, 2, and 3. Now yarn over, knit 9. So yarn to the front for the yarn over and knit 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now yarn over, net 3. Yarn to the front, net 3. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're gonna SK, so you're gonna slip 1, slip 2, and you're gonna knit those two together. And like I show you how to do it, the easy way is to place back that needle and the front strands and knit those two together. And then you're gonna knit 1. If you have more repetition, you'll continue. If not, you knit this one and pass the marker and knit the last 5. Now you're gonna purl 1, and we're gonna SSP. So a slip, as to knit. You place them back to the left hand needle, and you're gonna purl those two together through the back strand. Now you're gonna purl 3. Now yarn over and purl 11. So yarn over and purl 11 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 purls. Yarn over, purl 3, purl 2 together. Now if you're doing more repetition, you start again from the SP. If not, you just purl this one, pass the marker, and knit the 5 border stitches. I finished those 6 row repetitions, so now you will go back to where I started with row 1, and you will start all over again those 6 row repetitions until you have the desired length. I'm gonna work quite a few repetitions, maybe 3, 4, 5, I don't know. And the more I do, the better you can see what the stitch look like. I don't want to record all over again those 6 rows because I'm gonna leave here as well each row written here in the video. So if you like, you can write that down in a piece of paper and you can follow that and follow with the video as well. So what you have to do is start with row 1. The row 1, for example, is the 5 border stitches. You're gonna knit 1 and then knit 5, and you start open the repetition there if you're doing more than 1, and then you knit 2 together and then knit 3, yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, knit 3, SK, knit 5, and then you start all over the repetition if you're doing more. If not, you will knit 1, pass the marker, and do the border stitches, and so on. You'll start from there doing those 6 row repetition. Like I mentioned, I'm gonna leave the each row here, so it'll be easier for you to follow along. So I'm gonna work off camera and I will show you what the stitch look like. Let me tell you, you will love it. So I decided to record one more time that repetition, so I gave you 2 of these 6 repetition. So you're gonna continue over and over until you have the desired length. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous motif, and those 2 stitches that I showed you how to do before, and we did in this one, they're very important to learn how to do it, because that is what creates this leaf going that way and this one that way, you see, to the opposite side. So I will do a few more repetition and I will show you what I look like. I did 5 repetition of the leaf, and look how gorgeous this look. It's absolutely beautiful. I did 2 rows of pearl in the right side, and I cast off with pearls. And in the border, since I work net in the right side, net in the wrong side, these tend to gather a little bit on the side. So next video, when I do the motif the other way around, I will do net in the right side, purl on the wrong side. That way you can see the difference between the borders. This one is really like that, top down. The one that I'm gonna do next will be bottom up. That way you see that you can do them both ways. Well, I hope you guys like it and give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you are not already a subscriber. And if you make this beautiful stitch and you want to send me some pictures, you can do it through my Facebook page, Ruby Net Crochet Tejido, or my Instagram, Ruby Net Crochet Tejido. Please share my video with friends and family. That way you help me grow here in YouTube. I wish you have a beautiful day. Bye.